Hello everyone. When you say Easter to most people, they probably think of eggs or rabbits, possibly bonnets, and of course, chocolate. They may also think of Jesus, hot cross buns, or the Easter lily. At Christmas, I expect, like me, you decorate the tree. How many of you, though, hang decorations on a branch or maybe a bunch of twigs at Easter? Some years ago, I bought a packet of Easter decorations and now always decorate an Easter tree of winter twigs. I thought I would share with you what is in that packet and suggest how they might have come to be included. Firstly, among my decorations, there are a number of different birds. Songbirds, hens, and a rooster, and even a tiny bird's nesting box. Although no traditional yellow chicks like these. While it's possible to buy chocolate Easter chicks, I wonder how many of us have actually knitted a yellow Easter chick, just the right shape to tuck in a small chocolate egg. Why chicks at Easter? Well, they symbolise new life. Back to my box of decorations. And as you would expect, to accompany the birds, there are brightly coloured eggs. Eggs have been a symbol of spring since ancient times. Eggs became associated with Easter specifically in medieval Europe, when eating them was prohibited during the fast of Lent, which is of course why it's traditional to make pancakes to use up eggs and other ingredients on Shrove Tuesday. A common practice in England in past times was for children to go from door to door begging for eggs on the Saturday before Lent began, and they were given them as special treats prior to their fast. Chocolate eggs, which were solid, first appeared in the court of Louis XIV in the second part of the 17th century, but it wasn't until 200 years later, in 1873, that J.S. Fry and Sons of England introduced the first hollow chocolate Easter egg. Do you know the Easter tradition of rolling decorated eggs down grassy hills to see whose egg rolls the furthest? Eggs traditionally were wrapped in onion skins and boiled to give them a mottled gold appearance, although today they're usually painted. In recent years, chocolate eggs have also been used. I'm told that on Easter Monday, the President of the United States holds an annual Easter egg roll on the White House lawn for young children, although due to the pandemic, it has been cancelled this year. Have you ever tried egg blowing? It's an easy way to preserve your eggs so you can use them as decorations from year to year. All you need do is to make a hole at either end of an egg and then blow hard to remove the contents. Then you have the shell and you can decorate it. As I say, it will last for years, just as long as you make sure that you don't crush them in storage. Also in my box are several rabbits, although of course at Easter they're usually referred to as Easter bunnies. Do you know why a rabbit is called a bunny? The name originated from the Scottish bun, a pet name for a rabbit. Some of my rabbits represent a rabbit crouched down, probably eating grass. Some are standing tall, even wearing clothes, and may even be hares, not rabbits at all. The Easter bunny is a symbol of Easter, and it originated in Germany as the Easter hare. This hare played a role as a judge, deciding if children had behaved and how well they had behaved. Those who behaved well deserved an Easter treat. In legend, the creature carried coloured eggs in her basket and only delivered them to the homes of the good children. Children would make nests for the hare to leave her eggs. Over time, this tradition became widespread, with chocolate treats replacing coloured eggs and decorated baskets replacing the nests. As a child, the future Queen Victoria enjoyed egg hunts, and these were put on for her by her German-born mother. In 1833, the 14-year-old princess wrote in her diary, "Mama hid some pretty painted and ornamented eggs, and we looked for them." Victoria and her husband Albert continued this German tradition, hiding eggs for their own children to find on Maundy Thursday. Albert was responsible for hiding the eggs around the palace, concealing them in little moss baskets. In 1869, Victoria wrote, "After breakfast, the children, as usual on this day, looked for Easter eggs." Nowadays, national organisations in Britain arrange Easter hunts for visitors to their property. They set up family-friendly trails so that everyone can enjoy the outdoors and all its spring glory, while the younger visitors complete fun activities along the way. And of course, the chocolate egg, or allergen-free reward, is ready for them when they finish. One last item amongst my Easter decorations is a mushroom. For some time I wondered what this had to do with Easter. Whilst in Britain we might think of the main season for finding mushrooms in the wild as late summer through to early winter, there is a mushroom tradition, most particularly in parts of America, to hunt for morel mushrooms, known as spring mushrooms, on Easter Day. These unusual mushrooms with a honeycomb-like pitted head are native but uncommon to Britain, but they're said to be very tasty. Now for something not with my decorations. If I was to sing "One a penny, two a penny," I'm sure most of you would complete the sentence with the name of something traditionally eaten on the Friday before Easter. Good Friday. Of course, it's hot cross buns. Eating hot cross buns marks the end of Lent because they're made with products which were forbidden during this period. For some, the cross marking on the bun symbolises the crucifixion of Jesus. For others, it represents the 4 seasons of the year. To conclude, I mentioned the Easter lily, or Lilium longiflorum, at the start of this talk, with large white trumpet-shaped flowers that have a wonderful fragrance, at least I think so. It is called the Easter lily due to its role as a traditional Easter time symbol. And while the lily generally blooms in summer, growers have cultivated the plant to force it to bloom a little earlier to coincide with Easter. Flowers of the Easter lily symbolise purity, hope, and life, the spiritual essence of Easter. The tradition of new clothes at Easter, in harmony with the renewal of the year and the promise of spiritual reward, goes back over 500 years. And so, with my new Easter bonnet, with its depictions of Easter and spring, with chicks and flowers and eggs, it only remains for me to wish you all a happy Easter. Did it record?